Hi guys, welcome to the messy space. You guys, we're gonna do a mini modified bloom swipe or transfer bloom. So this is just my base for put my bloom puddle on. Beauty tone white right out of the can. Black boom gel. This is gonna be tiny, and I'm gonna try to get as up close as I possibly. Oh crap, possibly can. Hang on guys, something always bloody happens in my house. All right, you guys, I'm back. Are you guys still here? Oh, you are here, still here. God, nothing, my life is just absolute chaos all the time. I did post a video when I mentioned I had a family member in the hospital, and so I'm kind of racing back and forth with my mom and trying to sort of get things organized. Okay, that was my mom, so I'm a little bit choked up and raspy, but we're going to carry on. Indian red from Atelier. This is the Acrylic brand, bright orange, neon orange, right out of the can from the Dollar Tree. Just give me 2 seconds, you guys. Okay, white cell mix. I've been trying to do a video for like, it feels like weeks, and it's just one thing after another. All right, and black cell mix. Okay, we're gonna blow this out the same way we always do. Just a typical bloom, and then we're gonna try to do something fun. Here we go, guys. All right, so I totally blew that. My nose is running. I don't know if I even like this puddle. I kind of don't think I do. So we're gonna we're gonna do this again, you guys. I apologize. Oh my heavens. Okay. Black boom gel. Big glob of it. I'm going to use all the same colors because that's what I have out on my table. Atelier Indian red. Let's do something different. Neon pink from the dollar store. And neon orange, also from the dollar store. White cell mix. Black cell mix. Okay, let's try to get my composure and let's do this properly. Here we go. My glasses on. Tuck them in my hair. All right. Okay, well, that's not spectacular, but at least it has a little bit of color variation and gives us something to work with. So we're going to just sit this aside and then look at this skill test. This is tiny, you guys. Tiny, tiny, like that big. So I'm going to flood this again, with Beauty Tone White. And then we're going to transfer that bloom. So I'm going to transfer it first, and then I'm going to try to bring you guys closer, knowing that my video skills suck and nothing's really good. So we're going to use a playing card. We're going to fold it like this. Looks like a little staple. I'm going to get up on my chair to make sure that you guys are still in the video, which you are. All right, you guys, here we go. Spinning tables and everything. So we're just going to scoop this up our normal way. We're going to let this run down the card. Slowly, kind of at its own pace, and we're just going to transfer it. And we're going to leave it like that because this is going to spread out tons. If we need to put more paint on, we will. But right now, we're just going to leave that like that. So we're going to do a bit of tipping and tilting. I might actually put another kind of ribbon on it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just add a little bit more. Same puddle. Same process. We're going to come in over here. All right. Okay, back to tipping. So my reasoning for liking to leave some negative space is just so that, number one, you have way more to work with. And it's just nice to have space between your color. I kind of would like to keep this section here. It's pretty funky. And so I'm going to flood the top of this with the base. And then we're going to tip it the opposite way. And we're going to try to preserve that top piece only because it kind of already has a good beginning. It has a very floral feel to it. Not that I'm going for floral, but it's a good start. Plus it's got some cool cells. So we got to kind of do some slow tipping if I'm going to preserve that, which sometimes you can't. I can't anyway. So I didn't preserve that, as you can see, but we're just going to do this anyway because the colors are all there and they're pretty. So these are super cheapy, guys. I've used these lots and lots and lots. Yeah, it's a really, really good way to just kind of afford to be creative and just putter. Like the biggest expense for this piece is the gallon of white base paint. The colors are pretty cheap, and the tile was like, I don't know, 5 cents or something like that at the Habitat store. So we're just going to touch up this corner, and we're going to touch up that corner because I missed it. All right, I'm going to wipe my hands. I'm going to try to get my table from spinning around. And I'm going to try to bring you guys in closer. So just kind of bear with me for a minute. Haha, bear with me. Everybody uses bear paint. Everybody but me. All right, let's see what I can do. Hang on, guys. All right, we're back and we're really, really close, you guys. Really close. So my modifying tools are really simple, you guys. Toothpicks, nail manicure sticks, those little dental picks work really, really well. First thing I'm going to do is take off the paint around the edges because the paint on the edges is going to pull your design down. And when we start to move things around and create shapes and lines, I don't want the paint to move. So consistency, like every pour, is an absolute must. And in order to keep my lines crispy and tight, my paints are mixed a little bit thicker with the exceptions of the dollar store paint, and they are just kind of perfect the way they are. So let's just start this and let's do it. Let's just do it. I like this. I like that section a lot. So I think I'm going to start right here. Toothpick. Little lines. I'm having a hard time, you guys. The tidier the lines now, the tidier the outcome in the end. So it's really good to keep everything as crispy as you can. For me, that's just me. And like, just go for it. I'm used to turning this all around and I can't do that because I'm up close. So I'm just going to have to reach over, but you can see where it's just a little movement. It's nothing big. And we're just creating nothing but lines. Simple, simple. Okay, I gotta turn you around. I have to. I have to turn this. I don't know if anybody's like me, but sometimes I can see things from one side and I cannot see them from the other. Okay, let's just keep going here, my friends. So every line changes composition. So I always tell everybody, just keep going, because I've poured things that I absolutely hate and I think, oh my God, and I take my own advice and I keep going and I keep going and I just grind through it, and sometimes something amazing happens. Sometimes nothing happens and you think, oh, I should have scrapped it when I did. But if you don't give it your all, you never really know. My word to the wise. I'm going to leave that because we're going to do something different with that. I got the shakes and everything today, you guys. I'm all like just a bundle of nerves today. So if I'm not making sense or I seem like I'm struggling through this, I am. So we're going to take that line and a popsicle stick. I don't want a big one. So we're going to just take this little line here. Like always, we're just going to basically pop it down in the line and lift it up, wiping off each time so that you do not transfer paint. And we're just going to create kind of a funky little chain. If it doesn't reach both sides, you can rock it back and forth. And we're just creating some visual interest, just something totally different, totally unique. I do a lot of these little pieces. This is tiny, tiny. I do a lot of these, and it's kind of amazing how well they sell. So same as coasters. Everybody that sells coaster sets, I sell my coasters as singles. I resin them all. I copper foil all my edges. I put either felt or cork. I'm not so big on the cork because it doesn't do very well with like water and stuff. So felt works really well. People can just them, and I sell them for like 10 bucks a piece, which, you know, works out to be $40 a set for coasters. But when you're selling at Christmas craft fairs and stuff, you know what? Who doesn't have $10 in their back pocket? Like, you sell so many more pieces if you can keep your prices reasonable. They make really good office gifts. They make just, you know, who, like I said, who doesn't have 10 bucks for a little mini masterpiece? I think last year, year before, I think I sold 80 of them. Which is, you know what, I get it. Oh, it's only $80. Well, you know what, $80 keeps me in paint among the other things that I have sold. And yeah, it's fun. We do this craft sale. My mom and I do the Christmas craft sales together. My mom is an amazing stained glass artist. And so, yeah, it's fun. It's kind of a girl day. So as you can see, we are just making little lines while I chatter. And that's it. It's just really, really easy. Really simple movements. So you can just go back in, just pull things half the way in. So we're just basically picking up our base paint and pulling it over top of our color. And it's a gentle move. It's not a big move. All right, let's make some curly cues, you guys. Let's just totally do this whole modified thing. It might be overkill in the end, but hopefully it's followable. if that's even a word. So the curly cues are, this is a metal cocktail skewer from Amazon. This one might be a tiny bit big for this, but I'm going to use it anyway. If you can't find them, can't afford them, you guys, get yourself a box of beads, cheapy ones. You don't even have to be expensive, and a little dab of crazy glue on a toothpick or a bamboo kebab stick. Put it in the hole, and you now have made your own curly cue maker. That's how I started. And then a lovely friend sent me ones from Amazon and thought I deserve something nice. So same thing, we're going to go half the way between the acrylic color and the white base, and we're just going to give it a twist, and we're lifting up as we go. So these ones, I tell you guys all this too all the time, if these don't hold, just go back, let your paint set for like 20 minutes, and you can go back and give everything another half a twist, and they'll just be super tight. I don't want to wreck this. I really like this section. So on the flip side of this metal kebab stick is, it's kind of a little paddle. It's exactly the same as a popsicle stick. But again, it's really good for just getting into those smaller areas. Mine are so gooey. And you can just add some little details. I'm just going over the line I already did. You can, well, I might as well just show you because I'm just so busy telling you what you can do. You might as well do it. So I'm going to go the same way. I'm going to go just on the side between the white acrylic and the color. And I'm just going to add some little, just straight up and down movements. Again, we're just creating little interesting spots that your eyes kind of wander around and say, oh yeah, look at that. That's cool. Okay. Let's just fancy this corner up a tiny bit. So I changed my cell mix too, you guys. This was US cell mix. Again, cost factor. And I'll write all my descriptions down at the end of this. It's just really a super quick tutorial to show you just how easy you can take just a nothing little piece and turn it into something cool. So the other thing I have done in many pours, and not necessarily showing you on the camera, because sometimes I do it wet, sometimes I do it dry, is I just add some little dots. And I try to pick a color that's going to sort of pop. So we're going to do neon orange. I'm just going to put a dab there. And my toothpick. And it's just straight paint, this neon. And we're just going to, I don't know, we're just going to add some dots. Where are we going to add them? This piece is so over the top to begin with that it doesn't really need dots. So this is all wet on wet. Sometimes I do it dry. Sometimes I go back in with my white Posca pen after this is dry, and I just kind of add little embellishments. You don't have to, but what a fun way to just create something different. I don't dip my paint every time. That way you get a size variation in your dots. Again, it's entirely up to you. Not a very steady hand, you guys, today. You can add dots to the plain white if you like. You can add dots wherever you want, you guys. I'm going to turn you again. Now, a normal person would turn their whole board. I know that, and normally I would. But because this is so tiny, I'm just going to turn the piece. Okay, so for the sake of this tutorial, we're just going to add some dots sort of outside the line. So we're going to come in. I tend to make one bigger one and kind of let it trail off. Maybe we'll put one up here. And then we'll put another one. Let's give it some balance, you guys. All right, my friends, I'm stopping here. I am on my way up to the hospital. I hope this was helpful. Yeah, it's really quite easy to do. I will write all my ingredients and everything down. I'll even go through my pouring mix again because it's been a little bit of time since I've done this, but not done the pours, but done the pouring mix and cell mix. I'll put everything down in the description box. Here's a little tip for some. If you don't know where the description box is, and I get asked that all the time, and I know you're thinking, oh, everybody knows, but you know what? Not everybody knows. My mother doesn't even know how to get onto YouTube, so not everybody knows. I'm gonna fix that because I shouldn't have done that. There. At the bottom, just underneath the video, I believe it is, you'll see it looks like a V. If you just click on that little V, it drops down and gives you a detailed description box that most artists take the time to fill out. So take advantage of that, you guys. It's filled with important information sometimes and just little tips. So I have a white dot there that I don't like. I don't like that white dot. So I think we're going to just do that. We could take that right off, or we could just add a couple dots, or we could just leave it alone. Look at what I did. All right, my friends, I'm just going to leave that alone. I said this was more of a join along and make some dots and lines. All right, you guys, I'm going to put you on hold. I'm going to bring you down. Now I realize that you're not even in the frame. That's how organized I am today. All right, hang on, my friends. All right, now we're back. We're in the center of the frame. So I'm just going to shut off the light and you will be able to sneak down and take a look. Hang on, guys. Oh my God. You guys just should not hang with me today. All right. Focus, focus. I apologize, you guys. I am completely off my game. I'm trying so hard, but it's kind of an epic failure. The pour is lovely. It might give you guys just an idea of how easy this is to do. You guys, if you have any questions, you know what? Ask me, guys. Right now, I am tardy at responding, but I will. All right, my friends, take care. Bye for now.